Lockheed U-2. The U-2 didn't officially exist. Lockheed built it in total secrecy at a facility so classified, the CIA helped fund its construction through shell organizations. First flown in 1955, it operated at altitudes above 70,000 feet, where no Soviet fighter could reach it. For 4 years, it photographed military installations deep inside the USSR without a single interception. Then, in 1960, a surface-to-air missile did what Soviet jets could not. Pilot Francis Gary Powers was shot down over Sverdlovsk, captured alive, and the program the United States government had publicly denied for years was suddenly on the front pages of every newspaper in the world. Lockheed A-12 Oxcart. The U-2's replacement was even more extraordinary. The A-12 Oxcart was designed and built entirely inside the CIA's black budget, first flying in 1962 at a Nevada test site so secret it does not appear on official maps to this day. It flew at Mach 3.2 and above 80,000 feet, making it effectively untouchable. Pilots were issued civilian cover identities. When aircraft were lost in testing, the government issued false statements and families were told nothing. The A-12 flew operational missions over North Korea and Vietnam without the public or most of Congress ever knowing it existed. It was retired in 1968 and replaced by the SR-71, its existence officially acknowledged only decades later. Northrop B-2 Spirit. The B-2 was hidden in plain sight for years. Development began in 1979 under a program so tightly compartmentalized that different engineering teams did not know what the others were building. The aircraft's existence was officially acknowledged in 1988 only because its silhouette had been accidentally photographed near a Palmdale facility. The stealth technology inside it, radar-absorbing materials, blended wing geometry, carefully managed heat signatures, remained classified long after the aircraft was publicly known. At $2.1 billion per aircraft, it became the most expensive warplane ever built, and only 21 were produced. Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk. The F-117 flew for 7 years before the public knew it existed. Development began in the mid-1970s under a program called Have Blue, running out of the same Nevada facility used for the A-12. The aircraft looked wrong, angular and faceted in a way that violated conventional aerodynamic logic because it was optimized entirely for radar cross-section reduction rather than flight performance. It was so unstable that fly-by-wire computers were required just to keep it airborne. Ground crews worked only at night. Pilots who flew it could not tell their families what they were doing. The Air Force officially revealed it in 1988, and it flew combat missions in Panama just 1 year later. SR-71 Blackbird. The SR-71 was built to replace a classified aircraft with another classified aircraft. Developed from the A-12 program, it first flew in 1964 and entered service carrying a level of classification that meant even allied governments were not formally briefed on its capabilities. It flew at Mach 3.3 and at altitudes above 85,000 feet. At those speeds, the airframe heated to over 300 degrees Celsius, requiring the aircraft to be built primarily from titanium, much of which the CIA covertly purchased from the Soviet Union through third-party intermediaries because the United States did not have sufficient domestic supply. In over 3 decades of operations, not a single SR-71 was ever shot down. RQ-170 Sentinel. The RQ-170 is a stealth unmanned surveillance drone that the Air Force refused to confirm existed for years after it was first photographed, operating out of Kandahar Airfield in Afghanistan in 2007. Aviation analysts nicknamed it the Beast of Kandahar before any official entity acknowledged what it was. Its full capabilities remain classified. In 2011, one was lost over Iran. The Iranian government recovered it largely intact and displayed it on state television. The United States initially denied the aircraft was theirs. The wreckage made that denial brief. What intelligence the Iranians, and the Chinese who were given access, extracted from it remains unknown. Boeing Bird of Prey. Boeing built and flew a full-scale demonstrator aircraft in complete secrecy between 1992 and 1999, and the public did not learn of its existence until 2002. The Bird of Prey was a stealth technology testbed designed to explore low observable design concepts for future combat aircraft. It flew 38 times at a classified Nevada facility with a program so tightly controlled that even within Boeing, access was strictly compartmentalized. No weapons, no sensors. Just a flying laboratory for ideas that would later feed into next-generation programs. Boeing revealed it voluntarily because the technology had already migrated forward, and the demonstrator itself no longer represented any operational advantage worth protecting. Tacit Blue. Tacit Blue flew 135 times between 1982 and 1985, and the public was told nothing until 1996. It was a stealth technology demonstrator built by Northrop to test whether a low observable aircraft could operate a battlefield surveillance radar without itself being detected. The design was deliberately ungainly, wide, curved, and whale-like, because the priority was electronic performance, not aerodynamics. It was so aerodynamically unstable that pilots described it as deeply unpleasant to fly. But the data it produced fed directly into the B-2 Spirit program. One airframe was ever built. It sits today in the National Museum of the United States Air Force at Dayton, Ohio, looking like nothing else ever built. Have Blue. Have Blue was the prototype that proved stealth worked. 2 aircraft were built by Lockheed's Skunk Works division in the mid-1970s to demonstrate that a low observable aircraft could reduce radar cross-section to a point where an aircraft became effectively invisible to contemporary air defense systems. Both aircraft were lost in crashes during testing, one in 1978, one in 1979. Both crash sites were immediately secured, the wreckage was buried on site, and the program continued without public acknowledgement. The lessons from those 2 airframes became the F-117. The existence of Have Blue was not confirmed until the F-117 was revealed in 1988. Lockheed Sea Shadow. The Navy built a stealth ship and kept it secret for a decade. Sea Shadow was designed and tested by Lockheed inside a submersible barge, the Hughes mining barge, which was itself a vessel previously used for a classified CIA operation to recover a sunken Soviet submarine. Sea Shadow first operated in 1985 and was tested exclusively at night in restricted waters off the California coast. Its twin-hull SWATH design and angled surfaces were developed to test the same stealth principles being applied to aircraft. The program was declassified in 1993. By that point, it had already generated data that influenced ship design programs around the world. Aurora. Aurora may or may not exist. In 1989, a budget document briefly referenced a program by that name alongside the SR-71 and U-2, then the reference disappeared. Since then, witnesses across multiple locations in the American Southwest and in Scotland have reported aircraft exhibiting flight characteristics that no acknowledged platform can explain: extreme altitude, hypersonic speed, unusual acoustic signatures described as a pulsing roar, unlike any known engine. The United States government has never confirmed or denied the program. Researchers and journalists who have pursued it have reached dead ends. If it is real, it is the most successfully hidden classified aircraft in history. If it is not, it is the most enduring and detailed aviation ghost story ever told. You are watching Woog, and we do no fluff aircraft videos. Thanks for tuning in.